Happy International Women's Day. Every year, March marks Women's History Month, an annual month long celebration highlighting the contributions of women to events in history and contemporary society. On March 8, people commemorate International Women's Day. It observes cultural, political, and socio-economic women made achievements in various fields. Women's Day also marks a call for a gender equal world that is free of bias, stereotypes, and discrimination, and is diverse, equitable, and inclusive while differences are valued and celebrated. International Women's Day usually falls on March 8th annually, but this year the Hindu festival Holi is also on the same day. This year, the theme for International Women's Day is Embrace Equity. The International Women's Day website says equity isn't just a nice to have, it's a must have. A focus on gender equity needs to be part of every society's DNA, and it's critical to understand the difference between equity and equality. The aim of the International Women's Day 2023 Embrace Equity campaign theme is to get the world talking about why equal opportunities aren't enough. According to the International Women's Day website, equality means each individual or a group of people is given the same resources or opportunities. Whereas equity recognizes that each person has different circumstances and thus allocates the exact resources and opportunities needed to reach an equal outcome. According to the United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization UNESCO, International Women's Day first emerged from the activities of labor movements at the turn of the 20th century across North America and Europe. UNESCO states the first National Women's Day was observed in the United States on Feb 28, 1909, which the Socialist Party of America dedicated in honor of the 1908 garment workers' strike in New York, where women protested against harsh working conditions. In 1917, women in Russia chose to protest and strike under the slogan Bread and Peace on the last Sunday in February, which fell on March 8 on the Gregorian calendar. The movement ultimately led to enactment of women's suffrage in Russia. It was in 1945 that Charter of the UN became the first international agreement to affirm the principle of equality between women and men, but it was only on March 8 during International Women's Year in 1975 that the UN celebrated its first official International Women's Day. People celebrate International Women's Day 2023 by making the women in their lives feel special with heartwarming gestures. You can take them to their favorite restaurant for dinner, make handmade gifts, give them books written by female authors, educate yourself on women's rights and gender equality, watch their favorite films, and more. Lastly, every day should be this section with a poem by Emily Dickinson. Hope is the thing with feathers. Hope is the thing with feathers that perches in the soul and sings the tune without the words and never stops at all. And sweetest in the gale is heard, and sore must be the storm that would abash the little bird that kept so many warm. I've heard it in the chillest land and on the strangest sea, yet never in extremity it asked a crumb of me. Widely considered to be one of America's most influential poets of all time, Emily Dickinson's modern, unpredictable style had a profound impact on the 20th century poetry. One of her most well-known poems, Hope is the Thing with Feathers, uses an extended metaphor to liken the insuppressible nature of hope to a bird that is perpetually perched within the human soul, even amidst a raging storm. Ultimately, it serves as a reminder that no matter the circumstance, hope will always live inherently within us, and that we can weather any storm, even in the harshest of conditions.